Welcome to this series of videos on getting the most out of your Gomo text messaging platform. I'm Matthew, and I'm going to walk you through a tour and take you through step by step all the different features and assets that you can use to get the most out of your text messaging platform. And I'm basically going to show you that just about everything you do happens inside of just 3 clicks. So let's get started. Now, first of all, understand that for the Gomo text platform, there is nothing for you to download to your local drive. There is nothing for you to install. It is all done through a secure URL, which you have now received if you're watching this video. But the one thing that must happen is that you must be accessing the Gomo text platform on the Google Chrome browser. That's because the Gomo text platform was built on top of the Chrome browser. Now, will it work with Internet Explorer or other popular browsers? Yes, it will work to some extent. And I say that because you may not have full functionality. In other words, there are some features that you might not be able to see. So if you haven't already done that, and you're not on the Chrome browser as you browse the internet, I urge you to get that downloaded and installed on your computer. It's a free download, and I'll leave a link below where you can access that below this video. So at this point in time, you have received a letter from us that shows you your username and platform and to log in. So I want to start by giving you a grand tour of the Gomo text platform. Using the username and password supplied, all you have to do is go ahead and log in. Whenever you log into the Gomo text platform, you're going to be on the messaging tab. We'll go through all of this and explain it. I'm going to tell you at this point in time that this is an existing system. So for the first time that you log in, you're probably going to get a notification warning or a request to allow notifications on your system. And it's not notifications from us. It's notifications that you get when people text you. So we'll cover all that in future videos, but let's get through the entire dashboard tour so you fully understand where you are and what's going on. So let's start at the very top up here. This is a demo number that we use. Up here will be your number that you use for text messaging. It's your private number, and nobody else will text off of this. And there will also be a message count here that is going to vary depending on your subscription. And understand this, I am showing you a full-blown subscription here. So if your particular dashboard doesn't include typically a broadcast tab, you may not see this the identical way. But most of the installations we do are for shops that are aggressive in broadcasting and follow-up. So let's get started. On the messaging tab, as I said, this is where you're going to log in, and typically there will be a series of numbers down here from the last communications you've had with your customers. On the broadcast tab, we'll cover that more. That is where you're going to do search and find the customers that you want to do broadcasting to. The status tab is going to show you the status of your broadcasts or your message sequences. And finally, the add contact tab. On the rest of the dashboard, understand there's a logout button. I urge you to log out of this at least once a day, because as updates are done in the overnight, logging back in will assure that you're going to have access to all the updates and new features that are constantly being added. On the right side is your default messages. Now, this will be both messages as well as message sequences. The big distinction is one message is highlighted here with a title, and we install this on new installations. We'll cover how to edit and add your own in other videos, but also understand the message sequences here, and this is highlighted in bold. So a message is just in regular font. A bold message means it's a sequence. We'll cover all that, I promise. As you move to the bottom of the screen, this is where you would add a message, just a standalone message. And here is where you would add a sequence. We'll cover all that off. Obviously, on the bottom here is where you would enter the text that you're sending a customer. And we'll cover all this with actual, sending a message, a default message, or as a lot of shop owners call them, canned messages, and everything else. We'll cover it all, I promise. In the bottom here, just above your send box, is a printer tab where you can take a conversation and save it. You can print it out or save it as a PDF file. And the reasoning behind that was that you may have a customer who you have booked a job in, and you get to the point where you say, hey, Sarah, it needs another $250, and you text her that, and she goes ahead and replies by text with a go ahead and do it. You may want to save that conversation either as a printout or as a PDF file so that you have backup that you got your go ahead to do it. The next icon here is for scheduling. Any message can be scheduled not to a time of day, but to days. So I could go ahead and click that, click the calendar option here, and I can schedule messages any day, any time. I can carry on and do this. I could schedule messages a year out if I wanted to. On the far left here of your screen is a down arrow, and this will let you download your entire database of customers that you've entered. So at this point in time, this is the typical dashboard that you're going to see logging in. And the next thing we're going to do is grab your phone so that we can actually do a test run and see exactly how it all works. Catch you in the next video.